The plot twist of the century. Howdy Neighbors, and welcome back to Cemetary Mary. It has been a coon's age since we've done this. Last time we played, we got the Croven ending. I want to be able to get both of these, so I think we're going to start with Twyla. Mary's Twyla. If you are still interested in helping me, I'll be at the library around noon today. It should be quieter there. And there's some books I want to pick up for research purposes. Meet me there if you can. But if not, I'll just call you up another time. I think that's all I need to see. Exit phone. I was messaged by each of them. However, I think I'll only have time to meet up with one of them today. Where should I go today? We're going to the library. Let me actually turn this down a little. There we go. It was a tough choice, but I had to choose one of them. I told the others I had plans. I didn't even look at the other messages. I forgot what they said. Whoops. And that I'd have to meet up with them some other time. Then when noon rolled around, I headed to my destination. When I got to the library to meet with Twyla, it was already a little past noon. I texted her on the way there, but I was still worried she might already be gone by the time I got there. I don't know why. She said she'd be there for research after all. And surely that takes a while. At least I'm pretty sure it would. When I got to the library, I was able to find Twyla. It was coincidentally in my favorite spot in the library. Twyla. Oh, you made it. Sorry, I just got really invested in this book while waiting for you. Oh, what book is it? Celsius. 232.7777. It's Fahrenheit 451, you guys. Sorry, let me just finish this last paragraph and then we can start. I waited patiently for Twyla to finish, and when she did, I watched her place the book under the wrong spot on the bookshelf and turn to face me. So are you ready? I mean, yeah, I guess. What exactly are we doing here, though? Your reports are on the... Remember what she told me? I whispered the next parts. It's about the butcher, right? Yeah, that's why we're here. Never's got some good books on the history of Blackwood. You don't understand why that's important, do you? Should I? Anyway, we're here to look up stuff about other serial killers, and Blackwood itself. Other killers? Yeah. Before I do much else, I want to make sure this isn't some sort of copycat killer. A copycat killer, what's that? Do I have to explain everything to you? Oh no, sorry. A copycat crime is a crime that mimics another. A copycat killer is a killer who bases their murders off previous murders. It could be that they were inspired by a killer to commit the same crimes in similar fashion. And they could even be doing it as an homage. Is it homage or homage? I think it's an O. Homage. To those who inspired them. I guess if you're gamer juice. Okay, I think I get it. So we're going to research similar crimes, potential killings that have happened in the Blackwood area in the past. Our library's got plenty of book on the subjects, and seemingly more useful stuff than the garbage I find online. Based on statistics I've collected on the recent mysterious deaths, I'm going to research these other killers and see if their method of murder or victims are similar to what's been happening here. That doesn't sound sketchy at all. Oh, that makes sense. I'm hoping that if it's a copycat, it'll be easier to seek out and catch the real killer. I'm going to look for books about Blackwood itself. You should go in the true crime section and pick out any books that have to do with serial killings. Report whatever you find back to me. Got it? Good. Twyla, wait. Twyla walked off into the library, leaving me to look for the books. Except she didn't tell me about any of the statistics she found, so I have no idea what it was I was supposed to be looking for. I tried just getting any books that mentioned killers in them. I wasn't sure if it mattered how old they were, or if the killer itself was ever even caught. Eventually, Twyla had sat down with a few books and begun flipping through them. I kind of just kept bringing her new books and putting away books she asked me to. I ended up spending a long time there. I started getting tired, and she didn't want to admit it. But I could see Twyla was starting to get tired too. After a while, we decided just to call it a day. So did you find anything useful? For the most part, not really. But there are a few books I'm gonna check out and bring home with me for further research. Oh, that's good, I think. It's better than nothing. Hey, thanks for helping me. Probably would have taken me longer to find stuff without your help. Oh yeah, of course, no problem. Hey, can I ask you something? It's nothing really that important, but why'd you choose this spot in the library? I'm sure it sounds so weird, but I'd love to know. You want to know that, of all things? Well, I mean, I've been coming to the library for a really long time, and I've never seen anyone in this corner except for me. I just thought it'd be more private and quiet. Is it really an uncommon place to sit? Well, I mean, other than you, I've only seen one other person sit here. I saw him here the other day, actually. Who's that? Oh, he's just an acquaintance of mine I recently met again. Oh, his name is Reginald, and he... Wait, hold on. Reginald Tetra. Oh, I mean, I don't know his last name, but... Long caramel hair, rectangular glasses. Kinda has an accent if you listen carefully. Oh yeah, that's him. Do you know him? Mary, don't talk to Reginald. Why not? He's a suspect. Yes? Everyone's a suspect, of course. But I really don't trust that guy. Why? I used to spend a lot of time here, you know. I haven't worked here for a time. Reginald was always up to something. Trying to hide the books he was reading. I never saw him check anything out. You watched him that closely. I watched him because he was weird. He always did the covers of the books he read. Rearranging the shelves when he was done, so you couldn't see what he was reading. And when I would confront him about it, he'd just smile and act as if he wasn't reading at all. I mean, just because someone seems weird doesn't mean that you should, you know. But I saw what he was reading, despite his attempts to hide it. And it's not good. I can't trust a suspicious guy like that, neither should you. He was pretty nice when I met him, but if you really think he's that bad, we'll try to limit time spent around him, I guess. Good, you should. But don't let your guard down around everyone else either. Anyone could be a killer, not just him. But keeping your space is a good idea. Thanks for warning me, I guess. After that, Twyla and I said our goodbyes. I don't know what she did after. I thought about what she said to me all day. Reginald's behavior seemed strange in the way she described it. But he has to have his reasons, right? And it's a bit extreme to accuse him of something so cruel. My freaking cat. I took the bus home like usual, and did all the normal nighttime things. Eating, washing up, whatever. And then, it was back to my least favorite part of the day. Hi. Hello. Can we talk about the thing you said the other night? I've been able to stop thinking about it ever since you said it. What's bothering you? You said they were coming for me. That you just needed more time. They're really going to steal me too. It'll be alright. I promise. It's for the best. You're gonna make me feel sick all over again. What do you want me to tell you? I want several things. Who you really are. Is that really what you want? You will see me soon. But you shouldn't worry about it. I feel more worried, actually. Thank you. It will happen when it happens. This is for the best. Even if you can't see that right now. Even if you can't ever. When will this be over? Soon, hopefully. I just need more time. You'll hang on for me, won't you? Do I have a choice? Ha ha. Sweet dreams, Mary. Thanks, dude. I didn't sleep at all that night. I really didn't. There were a few times I shut my eyes and tried to, but nothing could calm me down anymore at this point. My anxiety was through the roof. I just wanted Mom and Dad back. I wanted to know for certain that they were okay. It should have been me that was taken. Maybe it was supposed to be. The next morning, when I got up, Croven was still home. He seemed to be acting pretty normal for once. At the very least, not agitated. But despite this, I didn't sit and have breakfast with him. I wasn't in the mood to really talk to anyone. Not right now. Not for last night. It was too much. I just wanted some private time to myself. I just wanted to cool down. As I was about to leave, Crow called out to me. Not eating breakfast, Mars? I responded. I am meeting with a friend for breakfast. I responded with a simple okay, and after that I was out the door. I just wanted to go to that place and not be bothered. On the bus ride, all three of them texted me again. Grover said he noticed I left pretty quickly and hoped I wasn't upset with him for his behavior lately. Twyla asked about some of her progress on research. Reginald said he would be at the cemetery again today. Although I appreciated their messages, I really just needed to be alone. I needed to go back there and just relax. No, that's not the right word. I wasn't going there to relax. I was going there to mourn. The Dine Red. That's where I grew up. I lived my whole life in this diner. Restaurant, bistro. I never know the right word for places like this. We always had such silly names for it, since it was next to the cemetery. The Restaurant in Peace, sometimes the Diner. Even just simply Dine Dead. Hehehe. I always wondered if others caught on. You probably wouldn't notice by looking at it, but there's 2 floors. The bottom floor is the diner itself. I've been there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sometimes all in the same day. The top floor is more like a house. Our house. There's bedrooms and a bathroom, and even a small living space with a TV. It'd be a little cramped sometimes, but it's cozy. No one could get up there but me and my parents, of course. The upstairs is locked. You would need a key, which I have, of course. After Mom and Dad went missing, the authorities locked this place up, and it's been locked ever since. They don't need anyone going in there, not even me. Because I don't know, it's kind of like a crime scene or something. But I still have the key for the front, too. It's my house, after all. I carefully scanned the area around me as I stood in the parking lot. There were a few cars that passed by, and maybe a person or two on the sidewalk, but no one really seemed to pay me any mind. It was still a bit early in the morning, so it wasn't surprising to see a few people out. I looked over my shoulder a few more times to make sure no one was watching me. Then I stepped to the front door, unlocked it, took a step inside, closing the doors carefully behind me. When I stepped inside, I was instantly hit with a wave of all different kinds of emotions. I've been avoiding the diner for a long time because whenever I passed it, I would just think of Mom and Dad and feel sad. But now stepping inside felt nice, at least a little bit. Just being able to be in my own house after so long, it was bittersweet. On one hand, I was happy to just be home. Everything was just as I had left it. The light still entered in through the windows the same way it always did. It still smelled faintly of delicious food, and that the kitchen has been used in a while. Even Mom's special board is in the same spot, but it felt so empty, so desolate, so abandoned. There wasn't even any electricity here. The place was hardly ever empty. We always had customers, and the diner always did well. There was hardly a moment where I'd come downstairs and only see Mom or Dad. There was always people, even if just one person was here. The counter would be full of coffee drinkers at night and in the mornings. I see families come by for dinner or people out on dates come here. I always loved being able to see that. There were so many good memories in this place, like... The time we had a Halloween party, it was more like a trunk-or-treat kind of a thing. We had a bunch of cars lined up in the parking lot giving out candy, and there were a few games to play. I remember Mom helping me put together a little Grim Reaper costume. It was a rare instance that I actually got along with the other kids, and even was able to see them considering I was homeschooled. I remember Croven being there too. He was just like a zombie, though his makeup got completely ruined when he tried to go bobbing for apples. Ha ha, bobbing for apples. That's so gross. I agree. Who even came up with that? I don't know. I don't think I could even imagine doing it today. But it seemed fun as a kid, I guess. Even though I never did so. I always thought it was gross, so I never did it. I probably thought it was gross back then too, I guess. I remember Croven got to sleep over afterward too. Mom and Dad kept the Halloween decorations up all day the next day. It's funny. I use some of those decorations in my room now. But I remember all the booths and tables and windows being absolutely covered in orange and black streamers. But now it's all covered in dust, and no one's here. Where should I go? Oh my god, February. And now it's June. Oh no. Mom and Dad's room. I decided to walk up to my parents' room. It was just so much I couldn't bring myself not to. I stepped into my parents' room. The curtains are drawn open and warm light flooded into the room as the sun finally came out from behind the clouds today. I still smell some of Mom's perfume lingering in the air. Everything was so neat, just as they had always kept things. You wouldn't even have guessed they were kidnapped. There was no sense of struggle, or even any sort of mess at all. The bed was made, and all the stuff was exactly where it should be. The only thing different was a fine layer of dust from how long it had been, and the fact that my parents aren't here. I sat on my parents' bed. It was always softer than mine. I was sleeping here as a little girl, when I didn't feel quite big enough to sleep in my own bed just yet. Mom would help me build pillow forts here sometimes. We would hang a sign that said "No boys allowed." Ha ha. It didn't take long for me to start crying. I missed my mom and dad. I never even got a chance to say goodbye to them. Last message I got from them. It was my mom, telling me she hoped I would sleep well that night. And the next day they were gone. Just like that. What do I do now? What if they never come back? If I already saw them for the last time? I ended up falling asleep in my parents' bed. I was already exhausted from my lack of sleep, and crying certainly didn't help in that respect. When I woke up, I was unaware of how much time had passed. But I felt groggy. I didn't think I should stay any longer. probably just make me feel worse. I got up from the bed and began to head downstairs. It wasn't until I got to the bottom of the stairs that I noticed. Someone was there. Some stranger kneeling over in front of the doorway for whatever reason. I was almost frozen in my spot. Who were they? Why were they here? No one should be able to get in. This was locked up. No one should have. That's right. I unlocked it. Crap. I stood there hoping they wouldn't see me. The way they were dressed, the baggy dark clothes and their hood up, told me that they were most likely bad news. Did they follow me in here? I wasn't sure what to do. I thought about trying to escape the back way or stealthily heading back upstairs if need be, but as I took a step back, I tripped slightly and let out a small yelp as I caught myself in one of the bar stools. The stranger immediately bolted outside. Wait. I wasn't even able to get a good look at them. For a split second, I considered trying to chase after them. And even if that wasn't a stupid idea, they ran much faster than I could keep up with anyway. Panicked and slightly shaky, I took out my phone. I was so nervous I pressed it to my ear without even having dialed anyone yet. I know what to call. The police? No, I can't do that. I was already in here when I was supposed to be. I want to put any kind of attention on myself. But I can't just call nobody. I have to call somebody about this. Who do I go to? Twyla. Could that have been the killer? I heard they called Twyla. It could have been the Blackwood Butcher that was in here. But I don't want to go to the cops. She's the next best thing, right? I mean, if anyone could tell it was the Butcher, she'd probably be able to. I hope. I want Twyla to pick up already. Twyla speaking. Twyla. I need you to get over here, quick. What? Why? Where are you? The diner by the cemetery. You have to come quick. I think the Butcher was here. What? Are you serious? Don't move and don't touch anything. I'm coming right away. I feel like I waited forever for Twyla to arrive. I stood in the diner alone, just standing there, waiting, possibly shaking. I don't remember it that well, but I didn't move from the spot I stood in. She had told me not to touch anything after all. When she arrived, she didn't even give me a chance to say hi. She immediately started talking, came in holding some weird box. I told her that whoever it was probably long gone by now, but she said we were still going to look for clues. I complied, doing whatever she asked of me. We searched the building together, and I made sure I was always in the same room as Twyla, just in case. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anything that would point us to who it might have been. There were no stray hairs or torn fabrics, hardly even dust for fingerprints, but we could only find hers and my own. It was almost as if no one was here at all, but when we investigated my room, I noticed one of my plushies disappeared. It was one of my favorites, and I always kept it right on the shelf next to my bed, so it couldn't have gotten lost so easily. Did they take it? At that point, my stomach in knots. To think, they must have been in here while I was dozing off in the other room. Oh God, After searching for what felt like an eternity, we just gave up. There was nothing more that we could do here. I felt bad, only for Twyla's help just to wind up with nothing. I don't think there is anywhere else we could look. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I dragged you all the way here. I thought at the very least this could help your investigation, but there's nothing really here. It's fine. It's not a total loss. Can you at least remember anything about the suspect? No. I didn't really get a good look at them. Could have been anyone. Well, whatever. Whether they're the Butcher or not, someone has special interest in this place. And it's definitely worth looking into. Yeah. I'll definitely keep an eye on this place. Maybe we can catch them next time they come back. How do you plan to do that? Don't worry about it. I have my ways. But you probably shouldn't come back. You might mess up the investigation. Oh, alright. That's probably smart anyways. Thanks for helping me, Twyla. Yeah, whatever. Just don't come back here and mess anything up, okay? Rude. For a little while longer, Twyla left, leaving me standing alone there once again. I stepped outside as she drove off, and locked the front doors behind me, wondering if that would be enough to stop whoever broke in from doing it again. I stayed in crowded areas for the rest of the day, hoping that being around so many people would provide some sense of safety. The only time I was alone again that day was when I went back home that night. I'm never truly alone then either, am I? Hello again. Good evening. Was that you in the diner today? What do you mean? Earlier today I was in the diner, or house, I guess. It was a stranger. I couldn't see their face. And they ran out as soon as they realized I was behind them. Was that you? No. I don't know why I bothered asking. I doubt you'd give me the truth either way. Sometimes lying will be necessary, but I am telling the truth now. Yeah, if you say so. I'm not really sure what else to say. That's okay. I prefer when you don't ask questions. Why is that? You know what they say. Curiosity kills the cat. Good night, Mary. So much for getting a good night's sleep. So many dots. Whoa. Mary's still sleeping. Hi, Dad. Mary. No, I don't want to get up yet. Let me sleep. I had a long night last night. A long night. I went to bed at 8:30. I didn't sleep well. Well, your mother's making pancakes if you want any. Do they have chocolate chips? Of course, it's Sunday. Okay, I'll be down soon. I quickly got out of bed and got dressed, yawning as I descended down the stairs. Even from the top of the stairs, I could already smell the chocolate. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna eat all of them. Dad. Oh, you know I'm just teasing you. Besides, your mom would kill me if I did. I got downstairs and sat at the counter beside my dad. My dad! There's a plate waiting for me, and my mother was behind the counter drinking her morning coffee like usual. Thank you for breakfast, Mom. Of course, dear. So do you have any plans today? No, not really. Aw, is Crow busy today? Oh, no, probably. Well, we can always do something if you want. We can. Of course we can. Don't you want to see that new movie? The horror one with the janitor? Why don't we do that tonight? Are you sure? Aren't you busy? You know I'm never too busy for my little girl. Sounds really fun, but what about Mom? Are you really worried about me? It'll be fine, sweetheart. Go out with your father. We can even call up Crow and see if he wants to come too. I've been really looking forward to this movie. I'm so excited now. This morning's been quite a pleasant surprise, but something feels off. Like I'm forgetting something. No, something is weird here. But what? What's wrong? If I remember correctly, which I probably don't because I am a fool, it's Mom. I'm fine. Mom's always... Wait. Mom can't talk. Mom is mute. Mom's never been able to talk her whole life. I had to learn sign language as a kid to be able to communicate with her. She's never... Whose voice even was that? That was talking to me. My mom doesn't have a voice. What's going on? Mary, you okay, hon? You look like you've seen a ghost. Fine. Right, sure, dear. I can make you some tea to help you calm down if you're feeling anxious. No, I'm okay. I think I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I hopped out of my seat and brushed my way over to the ground floor restroom. That wasn't my mom. Was that even my dad? I was hoping that once in the bathroom, I can rinse my face off and make sense of things. But... Mom? Mom, what are you doing here? Weren't you just outside? Mom. That's a lot less fun than I thought it would be. What's the matter, Mary? I thought you liked ghosts. There's a funeral today. I'm happy. Is that bad? I've been planning for it. I overheard them talking about it in the cemetery when planning a spot for her. Is that bad? I really enjoy funerals. I always have. Even when. I like to see others gathered around for their lost loved one. They're also sad. They bring flowers and sometimes even little parting gifts. It's so nice, don't you think? If their spirits can talk, I bet they'd say they appreciate it. Would it go to attend their own funeral? I would. Well, in any case, I'm excited for the one today. I'm excited to see what they're like. I got off the bus that morning. I was glad to see I wasn't too late. It's a good thing I always wear black. No one ever seems to turn their head to me when I come near. It started to rain. I never said anything about rain today, but I thought it might when I saw the clouds out this morning. I came prepared and brought my umbrella. It was then that I noticed a little old lady with no umbrella. No one was even bothering to help her keep dry. So I covered her with my umbrella. Oh, it's an umbrella. You scared me for a second. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.